Alright, this is a 14-day update for Meguiar's Paint Protect and Turtle Wax Ice Liquid Wax. If you haven't seen my 7-day update, go ahead and check that video out. In that video I did 7 days of letting the product sit on the car over here. It's been daily driven. So this is day 14. I also removed the ice liquid wax that was on this left side fender over here and reapplied Paint Protect. I just wanted to see, what happens if I let it sit on the paint for longer than the 3 to 5 minute recommended time period before buffing it off. So this time I waited 1 hour before removing it. We'll see if we can notice a difference. So again, on the right side fender over here I have Paint Protect. The right side hood has ice liquid wax. On the left side hood has Paint Protect, and now the left side fender has Paint Protect as well. So the left side fender is fresh, and everything else on the right side is still going through that 14-day period. So let's get everything rinsed down. Well, we'll see how the the products going through the 14-day period have held up. I'll rinse down the new section too as well and take a closer look at them when I get everything else rinsed down. But also in that 7-day test, what I did was I washed and rinsed upwards of 30 individual times. So this is also a soap durability test. So this is what the products look like after 14 days. And then at that 7-day point, I washed and rinsed 30 individual times. And yesterday came out when I was prepping the left side fender over here with the new Paint Protect. I did one more wash and rinse for the entire front side. So this is after 31 individual wash and rinses with deep crystal car wash soap from Meguiar's. Let's just take a look at the beads here. As you can see, I'm just comparing and contrasting them. I mean, the Paint Protect side, it definitely it beads up. I can't say that it's not beading, because you can definitely tell that it beads up, but you see how it sheets differently than the Turtle Wax side. And I wasn't sure if I was going to do a test video or a 14-day durability video, but when I came out here and I rinsed down the car again, I want to show you guys what's going to happen when I try and sheet the water flat with the ice here. So as you can see, when the water hits it, it's starting to go flatter, a lot quicker after I try and sheet it immediately. And if you go back to my first test video with Paint Protect and ice liquid wax, you notice that it contracts the water a lot more quickly, so it really fights that ability to go flat here. But this is when I'm starting to notice the breakdown of the surface tension. It's still really high surface tension because that sheet falls off the paint really quick. But I'm definitely noticed that it's starting to go flat a little bit easier now. So yeah, it still has pretty good beading. So let's head over to the fresh Paint Protect side. We'll rinse it down. We'll see if we can notice a difference. Again, this is not a part of the durability test of this fender. This is the fresh side after waiting the 24-hour cure period. And it appears to be behaving, very similar to our first test. It goes flat and then it contracts the water in certain spots where it's not as water repellent as the ice. It goes flat, but it sheets that water off. It pulls it and contracts it off, faster than how it's behaving now throughout the durability test here, as you can see. That much slower sheeting action. Alright, so got the soap out. We'll go ahead and rinse everything down. We'll just take a closer look again. So this is officially wash and rinse number 32 for everything that is not this left side fender here. As you can see, the ice side, you have no problem determining that something is still on the paint, causing the water to behave this way. Let's try and make it go flat. So very durable, surface tension properties in the short term. Again, I don't know how much the washing and rinsing, or the 32 times of doing that has affected the surface tension. If it's caused it to break down any faster than it would have normally. But again, I mean, it's definitely got durable surface tension properties in the short term. This is definitely beating up the paint protect. These, I'm sure that if I had nothing on the panel, the beading would probably look flatter. Let's go ahead and compare it real quick with the ice side. So again, I mean, I can't say that it's not beading. I wouldn't call it crazy beading. That's not something that the sheeting style sealants and waxes, it's not something that they do. They don't have crazy beading. The beading will be more oblong shaped, larger, blobs of water that will sit on the paint because it's got a lower surface tension. It's easier for the water to sit there and stick to it. That's why that sheet is much slower now than it was when we first started the test here. As you can see, the sheet, it breaks down. It even breaks down in the middle, where it's repelling it in the middle of the fender instead of forming that completely flat sheet. And it looks like, I want to take a look at the trim too. I'll go to the other side and I'll compare it, because I did not put the paint protect on this side trim over here or the ice liquid wax, and I can't really notice a difference. But again, as we compare the sheeting action of the 14-day paint protect and compare that with the fresh side that I just put on, I mean, the left side of the hood and even the right side fender here, it's no longer breaking down in the middle. It's forming that sheet line at the very top, and it's gravity just pulling that entire water line off. Whereas with the new side, it's definitely contracts throughout the middle of the fender. So the surface tension is greatly affected, at least in the short term, I'd have to say. Let's get a final beading shot here. So I think now I have, a good deal of information that I can write a pretty comprehensive review of paint protect on the forums. I've got a lot of other products that I want to test out here, a lot of different spray type products. I recently picked up this Ultimate Quick Detailer from Meguiar's. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a video, and I'll showcase Ultimate Quick Detailer and Ultimate Quick Wax. I'll try and showcase the water beading or sheeting, see how these two products hold up, and compare and contrast the two. I use them for different situations. I also have the Turtle Wax and dry spray wax that I use this one a lot, and I want to see how this does on its beading and sheeting. And then finally, I've got the Nanoskin Nanoshock spray sealant. So I want to get that one on camera as well. But hopefully you guys are enjoying these videos. I've got a lot of products that I want to test out and showcase, so stay tuned.